Fan really got the short end of the stick from the naming department, didn't he? This guy is a fan of Mater the Greater in the background of the cartoon Mater the Greater, and they just named his diecast Big Fan, which is odd enough on its own, but it's really awkward now because a few years after the release of Big Fan, like a good 6 or 7 years later, they released a new fan reusing his mold with a different paint scheme whose name was Bucky Breakdust. That guy got a full name. So now we have two fans, Bucky Breakdust and Big Fan. It just makes Big Fan's lazy, weird, odd name stand out even more. Poor guy isn't even the biggest fan. He's just Big Fan. That means there's somebody out there who's a bigger fan than him. Maybe it's Bucky Breakdust. Maybe that's why Bucky's allowed to have a name. Or maybe we're overthinking this. Maybe Big Fan's first name is Big and their last name is Fan. Who knows? Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Big Fan from the 2010 Cartoon line, who was from Mater the Greater, of course, as you can see with Mater the Greater there on the card back, with his tow hook being the hook for the packaging. Very clever design, although it does make for a very strange shape of the packaging. Superstar paint job, Disney Pixar Cartoon, Big Fan, number 15 in the series, from Mater the Greater. And the image used for him on the packaging here is actually of him, which is pretty surprising because for a lot of the background characters in the cartoon line, they just used like generic images, like Yojimbo here, who appeared in the way background of Tokyo Mater, so instead they showed an image of Tokyo Mater, or Ice Screamer's biggest fan, who actually spoke in Monster Truck Mater, definitely far more prominent than Big Fan here. His packaging showed a picture of the Ice Screamer, so very surprising to see Big Fan here, who you could tell was just meant to be a minor character. Guy doesn't even have eyebrows in the image. You know, definitely meant to just be a minor character, but it's cool that they used a screenshot of him instead of just one of Mater. On the back, you can see Collect Them All, Mater the Greater. Mater says he used to be the world-famous daredevil Mater the Greater. He and Lightning McQueen attempted the biggest stunt ever, jumping over Carburetor Canyon. Is it a true story or a tall tale? Find out in the extreme action short film Mater the Greater. See the adventure again and again at disney.com/cars. I don't think it's still on there, but it's on Disney Plus now. We have Lug and Nutty, numbers 7 and 8 in the series. Dr. Mater, number 9. Van Son, 21. That's quite a jump there from 9 to 21. Big Fan, number 15. And Lug and Nutty with oil cans, because for whatever reason we're advertising two variants of Lug and Nutty. I have Lug and Nutty and Van Son. I've wanted Dr. Mater for quite a while, either the mask up or mask down version. Unfortunately, I'm still yet to get him. Cool thing about this packaging that you might not even have noticed is that the back is formatted like Mater's house, where of course each cartoon Mater's Tall Tale episode starts. Also, I just realized that Mater doesn't have his tow hook in this picture, which of course is an edited version of this one, or maybe vice versa, but yeah, he doesn't have his tow hook. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get Big Fan here out of the package. It's been quite a while since I've unboxed a cartoon car on this style of packaging. Very excited to have this guy. He's just a minor character, one that I would love to use in videos, like in Cars Adventures, but, you know, I don't really think there's much of a place for him, just because of that Mater the Greater sign, you know? Anyway, here he is out of the packaging. The bane of my existence is that these cartoon cars used a one-piece bubble where they're really stuck in there instead of a two-piece bubble. There we go. Anyway, here is Big Fan out of the package, and he is a very interestingly shaped car. He's a bit shorter and wider than I thought he would be. That was one of the first things I thought when I first saw him in person, when I got him for my birthday. Definitely a very interesting shape. I'm pretty sure it's a unique model aside from Bucky Breakdust, but it's very similar to some minor characters in the first Cars movie, like, I believe, Johnny and Jamie, I think were their names, uses a pretty similar model to this guy, I'm pretty sure, although I don't have him, so I can't confirm. You can see he's got his Mater the Greater flag there, very nicely detailed flag, printed on both sides, very nice. He's got his fake buck teeth, of course, sold by Buck the Tooth Vendor. Got his headlights there. He is, as you could see, a car with a mouth plate. It was 2010. Everybody had mouth plates, but his doesn't look that bad. His sort of fits in with the sort of the seam from the hood and the seam from the mouth plate. Kind of work pretty alright together. Moving on to the side, you can see this black stripe, really reminiscent of a lot of background characters from the first Cars movie. Not that much to say about him. Guy doesn't even have a license plate. Poor thing. No name, no license plate. How am I supposed to identify this car? Maybe he's a criminal. Maybe he's hiding from the police. So nobody knows his real name. He just goes by Big Fan, and he doesn't have a license plate, so nobody could find him. I'm going to write that down. If the next Cars Adventure season ends up being all about Big Fan here, then you could thank this review for giving me that idea. I'm kidding. Or am I? There is a look at his base, as you can see. Very generic in terms of design, although he has a very unique shape. Very generic wheels. Basically just a standard background character, except for those things that make him special. The fake teeth and the Mater flag. Very interesting background car with a very unfortunate name. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.